Hello and thank you for joining me this first weekend in October. I thought I would start October off with a little bit of a different type of book review. This is one of my favorite books of all time. It's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz, illustrated by Stephen Gammell. And this book scared the shit out of me as a kid. It really did. I was up many nights because I just could not stop thinking about the stories. As you can see, it is well loved. I've had this since I was a child. I got it at the book fair, actually. Book fairs used to come to my school. I don't know if they do that still, but back in the 90s they did. But yeah, this book was the most banned book of the 90s, or one of the most banned books of the 90s, because of the content. A lot of parents said that the stories were too scary for their children, and they're scary, but they're not. They're they're children's stories. They're drawn from folklore and kind of reimagined here. So here's the contents. Me, Tide O.G. Walker, that was the one that did it for me. That story scared me to death. The Haunted House did too. And the rest of the stories on this page with the notes, sources and acknowledgements. But Stephen Gammell is such an amazing artist. I mean, he's able to capture just, the creep factor so well. I mean, here we just have, just a wheelchair. There's nothing sinister about a wheelchair, but this one's rotted and it's kind of silhouetted against this creepy, ominous window. So it's just very, very creepy. Which, I can see here, looking at this as an adult, that's definitely some very scary artwork. But then when you have these images accompanying these tales, it just makes it, turns it into nightmare feel, really. Like the characters are dripping and they're always kind of, I don't know, there's just, they're weird, like they're just odd looking. Kind of misty, dripping or trailing something. It's just enough to incite the ick factor. Oh, this is the one that I mean, look at this. That is scary. That's scary stuff. This story kept me up. And then, yeah, they added music notes. The author added the music notes that went with the songs and poems in the story, which I thought was nice. Oh, and I just realized now I've taken the liberty to draw in the music notes. Must have done that when I was learning piano. I would even argue that it's not even necessarily the stories themselves that are, well, there's no denying the stories are creepy, but the artwork is really the nail in the coffin, so to speak. Because the images are just, like they're scary. And I think that, oh yeah, this one, I remember I would read this on the bus with my friend Jessica, and we would have to cover the book cover, like fold it in on itself so that we couldn't, so we didn't have this woman staring us down as we were reading. But yeah, Stephen Gammell, he is an artist that I would say has influenced my artwork as well. Like, to be able to just scare somebody so deeply with just like the way he plays with tone and proportion, and adds these little flares to his art, and it just kind of ties it all together and, you know, really stirs up some emotion. So yeah, he's an artist that I admire greatly. Yeah, I appreciated as a child how the last chapter, there was some comedic relief added into these stories. So although they were scary and spooky, they're moments that made you laugh and kind of ended the book on a high note. So I appreciated that. And then you just get into the notes and sources. And the history nerd in me always appreciates that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this book. I'd be curious to know what you think about it. Do you think it's warranted the controversy it's generated? Do you think this book should be banned? Do you think the stories are too scary? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.